Hey there, my fellow looters and scooters, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to NEO Scavenger. Episode 5, Better Equipment for Better Odds. Look at all that glorious ketchup. I'm gonna eat one right now. Polishing off all that dog meat. Dog meat and ketchup, guys? I'm living the dream here. I'm gonna try to go to sleep knowing that this chunk of meat might spoil, but I have a lot of other meat, so I'm not too worried about it. I think I'm in a pretty good position. So let's try to sleep and hope that I wake up. Now it's gonna be dusk. So there's a little bit of like waking hours for stuff left to do, but I shouldn't travel too far from home at dusk because it's going to be difficult for me to move around. This cured meat is on its way out, so I'm going to eat it before it goes, and then double drink more sterile water to fill up my my bar. My spear is at 86%, so that's fine. Lighter's at 24, that's fine. Nothing I'm currently wearing is likely to get worn out, at least not immediately. I'm currently comfortable in the ambient temperature. I'm hidden, so I'm going to unhide. And then I think my current priority right now will be get more water. Now the issue is, I know there's a water source here, but it's kind of far to go at dusk. So even though I don't suspect that I'm going to get almost anything from my efforts, I'm going to search the immediate area around here just to prove that, like, there's nothing. So there's literally nothing in that open field, right? Searching an open field is worthless, right? But there is a buildings over here that I could poke around at. Ooh, a makeshift sack at 40. You know, it just occurred to me, this whole time I could have taken a tarp and made a makeshift sack, but it has more storage space in the backpack. So as you can see, you can only have it in like an empty hand. So I can have this 90% backpack and then this 40% sack. But yeah, the known recipes, makeshift sack should be in here. And it just didn't occur to me with all the tarps I've found previously that I should have made that. Should be in here. Maybe it isn't. Either way, I have one now, so. Cool. A little more space. So let's poke through these things before nightfall. Nope. I didn't actually get hurt. I just spent a whole bunch of effort to get nothing, which is kind of typical. Ooh, but that was nice. It's got another bag. This one is basically the same condition as my first one. We got blueprints for a shiv and blueprints for meat on a stick. All right. Are these pants? Yeah, the khaki pants that I found are better condition than my current ones. I need a sled. You're correct. I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know how to make one. And hopefully I find one. Ooh, flirpy flirps. Yes. And gator shoes. We all know what they are. Alright. There's one last site. Empty pill bottle. Water that I can boil. I mean, that's about it. One thing I kind of wish to happen is when you loot, it would like highlight the new stuff. Because sometimes when it gets added to a giant pile of other stuff, it's hard to tell like what's new and what's not. Because I'm only really need to look over the new stuff. I'll go into the woods here. It's about, yeah, there we go. I was about to say it's about to get hella dark. So I'm going to loot just a little bit of these, like, wood shacks. Got another crowbar. It's oh, that's nice. Noise trap. It's pretty bad condition, but it will help. What it does is increases the alertness of your home camp so that you're alerted before someone jumps you. And yeah, that can be helpful. This doesn't fit, right? No. All right, well, there was one more shack in the woods. Ooh, baby. Digital water tester. And the batteries are dead. Okay. No, not dead. Almost dead. I have 8 charges left in it, I guess. Oh, there's 2 water testers. We've got papers for a small... Yeah, kindling and a flame source equals a campfire. And adding a scope to a rifle. All right. A bunch of bullets. Definitely a hunting camp, I'd say. And rather than painting a giant sign on my head of like, I'm right here, kill me, I'm just going to go home in the dark, blind. Oh, well, even then, someone found me. So I'm going to take cover and search. And never saw them. That's fine. So now that I'm home, let's hide tracks for a turn. Hide more tracks. I'm going to hide. So it's dawn, and there's a dude with, like, a bow next to us, which I'm not too keen on leaving him alive, because, in my experience, these bad mothers are bad news. So, I'm putting the noise trap in here. Noise traps strung around this area help to alert the player to creatures while they sleep. Creatures are like any hostiles. So, like, humans are creatures. Let's go ahead and eat the most on the way out meat. I'm going to eat the big one. That's going to help with my thirst, too. And then put all the stuff away. I'm going to need to Tetris some space for the big old bag of chips. But yeah, if you're wondering, I'm fast approaching the maximum capacity of a camp, which is fine, because there's so much stuff here I could delete and not care about. Alright, we're looking good. I'm currently hiding on purpose, so I'm going to approach the monkey-wrenched stranger with a bow. I'm assuming he... Well, I don't want to make any assumptions. So I am going to sneak... I'm going to take cover in case he has arrows, and then advance in cover, giving up my sneak, because I don't want to leave it to chance. I'm within melee distance, so get stabbed, bruh. Fell to the ground, and is easy to attack. Okay, well, unfortunately for you, I'm in a murder mood. And you're at 2, but you're stunned. So I'm going to keep stabbing. You're stunned, fallen, cripple, unable to run, severe bleeding, vulnerable, severe pain. Yeah, you're unconscious. And you're dead. Another bow with a strap. And a sack of higher HP than mine. So it's my sack now. Now, they have dirty water in here. No thanks. A caster wheel, and a shoe. This guy, I just murdered a homeless person. I think. At this point, and this is going to be a little controversial, I'm going to selectively destroy everything. I think what's end up happening, some of this is I'm really close to Zomzoms, which is just a hotbed of activity. And some of this is I'm leaving a lot of actual numerical wealth on the ground, which then attracts people who want to loot it. So some of the foot traffic I suspect around the around my like temporary campsite is as a result of like just leaving a lot of wealth on the ground. So clearing it out is going to hopefully help me avoid a lot more confrontation. Okay, next to me is, so for those that don't know, that's not two bad mothers. Bad mothers are basically just a generic name for bandits. Now the humanoids that you find out here, some, like dogmen, are humanoids that are like more animalistic, and some, like melon heads, which I know I hadn't mentioned melon heads up to this point, are like frail, naked, collectivist, humanoid-y thingies. Like they're kind of people, kind of not. And this is like a stranger and a melon head. So if you see on the left side of the screen, I see that there are tracks of a melon head here, and if I mouse over it, it's a melon head and a stranger. So what that is I can nearly guarantee you it's a bad mother and a melon head going toe-to-toe. And I'm really not interested in fighting melon heads. They don't have loot worth looting, and they're mostly just cowardly. And I don't even care what happens between those, so I'm gonna move away. And just keep looting, doing my own thing. Oh, nice! We got a Ravager. Hi, ya poopy. So, collecting arrows might not be a bad call. But, as I mentioned, I am just going to start destroying stuff that doesn't have any immediate value. For the purpose of trying to reduce the traffic here. I'm not 100% certain that this tactic will even work. Oh god, this is human meat. You guys are nasty. But it also, like, allows me to just sort of ignore junk. Because the game's full of junk. So I'll take the stuff worth taking, like the bullets, which are worth a lot. It's like a Chris Rock joke. Like, just make bullets at $5,000. It'll end gun crime. The whiskey bottles might not be terrible. In case I find myself without a fire source, I can use a bottle like that. But I definitely have a lot of stuff. And I would say pretty safely at this point, I'm going to need a means to transport this stuff meaningfully. If I want to continue to loot around. I'll leave that branch there. I don't know. So, look for water and a vehicle. I think I'm going to go for water. So, all of the stuff around here has been tapped. I'm going to start to go for water up north. The outdoor temp is also dropping. I'm currently comfortable in it, but I'm not wearing my hide poncho. So if it gets any colder, which it just did, I'm going to want to get home to wear more layers or to heat up under a campfire or something like that. I'm also going to do right now a save and quit and then a continue just to make sure like everything's on the up and up. Well, let's keep salvaging. Keep scavenging. That's gonna be the way I find, like, a sled. Or just get hurt, you know. So we got a minor cut. Little reminder, we do have bandages. They just happen to be in my hoodie, so they're kind of nested on purpose, because I don't need them very often. So, bandaged, bandaged. Well, alright. I think it would be a little excessive if I took, like, hydrocodone for this. But I will, just because I have so much amoxicillin, take some amoxicillin for a immunity boost. Only because, if you have immunity boosting drugs and you have like an open wound, you might as well take it, because succumbing to immunity boosts is just like, you know, succumbing to a wound that you could easily have like just taken one amoxicillin for is pretty stupid. Great. Freaking happen again. All right. Cool. Oh boy, I've got hole. I mean, it looks worse than it is, but I got holes all over. I cut my head, cut my chest, cut my thigh, and then this one's dirty. I'm going to throw that out and replace it. At some point, I'm going to need to boil my dirty rags for clean ones. I can do that at home. It's not something I need to do right now, but good job, me, searching some basic rooms and just getting absolutely obliterated. I'm just looking at some of the things I can do here. It's like a plastic sled with a strap is definitely something I'm looking for, but I'm gonna have to find the sled to begin with. Also, if you're wondering why I haven't made a tarp shelter, it's because the tarp shelter makes you a lot easier to see. It ruins your concealment. So unless you're gonna like freeze due to the elements, a tarp shelter is really not much of a benefit. Oh, you look well. You know what? I'm gonna avoid him. Ish. Any good loot so far? Yeah. Well, unfortunately, Banlish, to answer your question, I got a bunch of good loot, and then my camp just disappeared from game bugs, and then I got some more good loot. So I've been very lucky this run, given that I haven't had to save scum like yet. But then I've also been unlucky in other ways. Alright, so we're moving over to the foothills with water. And I decided to kind of like scoot upwards like that, just to see if I could find that stranger again. But I didn't. And I have tons of clean water at home. It's just like, it's one of those, I have died playing this game so many times to dehydration that like, I know to never, you never have enough. Oh, you, stranger, have what looks like a bow slung on your shoulder, and then also like a really good backpack. So I'm going to take cover. You are tough, vulnerable, and barefoot. And I'm going to advance undercover. He's a bad mother, but I think the loot he has is worth it. So here we go. Orange lights. I don't think this is going to be a tough fight, but just in case. He's still charging at me. Alright, at range 5, I'm not going to advance towards him. I'm going to dodge in case he charges at me. And then I'm going to dodge again. Alright, there we go. So now I'm in range 3. Let's just stab him. Let's not even trip him. So you're stunned. You're still stunned. You're basically almost unconscious. You are now unconscious. And you're dead. I was right! Canvas backpack! So we got scraps of paper. I don't even have space for that. I'm gonna eat your jelly bears. Insult to injury. You've got a crude bow and a really nice backpack. Worth it. Nothing in the bottles. Okay. Oh, you even... Was that was his, right? I don't recall me having that. You even had bullets? You had a bullet and a bow. Like, sir, are you confused about how your bow works? It doesn't shoot bullets. I can assure you that. Yeah, now I just need a duffel. Yeah, absolutely. One duffel and I'm golden. Duffel in a vehicle. But I'm very happy with that find. I think one of the other advantages is now I can carry arrows and not my offhand. Because, you know, that doesn't sound like a big deal, but it kind of is, depending on what you put in your hands. That is a really good condition. I'm going to actually take that too, because I can replace it with the rifle scope that I have for higher condition. I mean, it doesn't make a big difference, but it's not a bad idea. The rest of the stuff here is like kind of meh. I'll take the, whatever. I don't even need the bottle. Can this occupy fewer slots? Nope, it's fully, you don't fold it up. I don't know why, but you just don't. Alright, we're good. Well, thank you, stranger, for being stupid. I'm gonna delete you. Alright, so we have a cluster of other buildings up here. A lock storage shed. Well, not for long. Crowbar fixes that. And another multi-tool at virtually the same HP, like 9% higher, so swapped. This has batteries. Woo! A light torch. Contents empty. But it's misleading. It actually has batteries. What else? That's it. Alright. Salvaging again. And I don't want to get so far from the, from my home that I can't, like, easily go back. Okay, I don't need any of that. This is the 4th cart tire. Maybe start building my own car. I mean, if I had it was a mechanic, yeah, possibly. Alright, and then more shacks in the forest. Sometimes it's a good way to get bullets. Or in this case, a smartphone. Oh my god. I'm trying to double click and the game's like, nah. We got a dog. And I'm thirsty. If I'm thirsty, I am going to boil the water. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to boil the water here. But only enough to, like, sate my thirst. So let's dump this. I don't know how, like, I'm just going to eat this like a nasty person. So I'm going to use the soup can to sate my thirst. So, known recipes. I only really need a small fire. And then... So, I can't do batch, because I don't have a larger fireproof container, so I have to do boil 1, clear, boil 1, clear, boil 1, clear, boil 1, clear. Good enough. So that's 4 sterilized water. Use. What I need to do in the future is to have, like, sterile water on me. So that I don't have to, like, make a fire out of nowhere. It's not smart to be this ill-prepared. I forgot, in other words. Okay. So now I have 4 more units of sterile water. And they'll go in these bottles, which will get physically separated out from the rest of the bottles so I can easily figure out which ones are which ones are clean, and then I'm going to consolidate the rest of my water. I wish it would... I don't know why it doesn't stack, but yeah, there we go. I'm not going to bother with these individual waters. I don't need another broad spear, so I'm just going to destroy my campfire so I'm not super visible. And just keep looting. Scope, binos, and a water tester. And then the last cabin here. A 1.7% shirt. I'm not even sure what that would look like. Just like Tarzan, I guess. Just enough coverage to avoid the Disney censors. Alright, we're pretty good. Nothing else worth it here. I'm not that afraid of a feral dog, but I'm not also going to be spoiling for a fight. So it's going to be worth it in the future for us to loot around here when I'm trying to find a sled, but at this point, I want to get... Again, I'm not afraid of the dog, so I'm just going to move towards it because it's in my way. Whoa, you're like on top of me. Alright, stabby times. Bye-bye, dog. Sorry. Because you happen to be exactly where I want to fill up my water bottles. So, wrong place, wrong time, pal. And then we end the my turn here by butchering the dog for its remaining meat. Watching that stranger. Okay, it didn't look like that stranger approached me. I think I'm good. So you butcher with my multi-tool. And then we have all of this stuff that needs to get boiled at home. And now I have like also meat that needs to get boiled at home too. I'm not gonna bother with the chunks of fur because I have enough like rags back home that I don't need to be... Well, let's think about this real quick. So my known recipes that involve... So like chunks of fur can be turned into like clean rags, oddly. I believe, because it's a small absorbent non-rigid sheet. I could be wrong about that. But is there any reason for me to take it? Is the better question. I mean, I don't really need patchwork hide gloves. Because I have to. No, there's not really a good reason to take it. Okay. So let's get back to our camp and process the meat and water. What's, Oh, more dogs want to die? So before I go back home, I'm gonna hit these shacks too. Blue jeans, a torch, khaki pants. Oh, you know what? That's better. Oh! Okay. Yeah. Not expecting to find a hunting rifle that was loaded. Got it. I'll make an effort to come back for that. You are fallen and barefoot, ready to punch me. You know, I'm going to advance undercover because, like, you never can be too careful. You're trying to get up from being prone. You're a bad mother. I mean, I kind of knew. Now, it is treacherous terrain, so if he charges me, he's going to fall back over. You're advancing towards me. And you're charging at me. I'm going to keep advancing towards you. And I'm going to laugh when you fall down again. Oh, you're trying to retreat now in the terrain. Well, I'm going to keep advancing. because one less bad... I know I'm getting weary. One less bad mother around me is, like... makes me happy. Because I'm also pretty close to home. Dude, will you just let me kill you already? You're not getting away, you barefoot idiot. Playing it safe. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna advance normally. So I don't get worn out. Alright, here we go. You're trying to parry me, huh? You're stunned. And now you're stunned and in severe pain and coughing up blood. And I never really let this guy get close enough to me to, like, do anything. I just... Whoa! Dear Lord. Well, you have one of the nicer sleeping bags. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to grab. You have one of the nicer sleeping bags, because it's smaller. How... How... A gas mask? That's amazing. So why I'm a little speechless is... And I see my energy. Why I'm a little speechless is how did someone who is so pathetic have this much dead human on him? Like, you can't be an apex predator and also useless at the same time. I'm just royally confused. Alright, well that Ravager is way better than mine, so thank you. Let's check all the bags. Sort. Make sure to just empty everything out of everything so that I don't overlook anything. Just gonna eat those crackers. Is there really anything I want off of this besides the gas mask? Not really. I could take the plastic. Oh, wait, that's a 98%? How many multi-tools did you have, guy? You stuck empty potato chip bag in the in a soup can in the pockets of a khaki? What even happened here? What, like, you're just a loot pinata. And I beat that pinata till it spilled its contents. You know, I quite frankly don't even... I guess I'll keep... I know, I don't think I even want the tarps. Is there anything here that I absolutely want? I wouldn't... I don't have space or need for another bow. So not really? I don't think I'm overlooking anything. Alright. Delete the body, because I like doing that. Alright. There's another stranger to the northwest. Let's go ahead and just destroy this old sleeping bag, so my campsite's a little bit easier to maintain. I'm also just gonna destroy the meat cleaver and torches. I'm not hot right now, but so I don't need to wear that. Let's see what else. I can look really cool. Switching between NVGs and gas mask. I mean, I know they're not doing anything for me yet. I'm just trying to consolidate. So, the meat here that is cooked, I'm gonna eat until I'm like... Apparently my food is ill. Yeah, I can't do any better than that. The rifle up north was in really good condition compared to this one. It was like 80 or something. I forget exactly what it was, but it was pretty good. So what I'm trying to do is consolidate my loot so that I have just what I need to be able to process water and the like on me. Which all of the water in here is sterilized, so I think that's the case. So I'll take the pan, and I'll take a stack of wood. Also, what's doing me no favors is like how big this potato chip bag is, but I'll leave it in there for now. Alright. Looking good. Got enough charge on my lighter. And I'll just hit... Oh! I hit someone new. Bad mother with a meat cleaver. And you are charging me. But you fell. Well, I'm very tired. I wanted to process this meat before it spoiled, but like the game's making that tricky. So I'm trying to approach this guy so that I'm at 3, he's at 4. He's fallen, so I think I win now. No? There we go. Now you're crippled. Stunned, bleeding. Yeah, you're dead. Played it pretty safe there. Because the dude with the meat cleavers can very quickly get the upper hand, but not this time. Oh, you had lock picking tools. Stellar. The boots are not as good as mine. Yeah, we're good. Body be gone. Okay. With any luck, I'll be able to do what I want to do. Very maybe. I've had to kill so many people. So, first things first, let's, you know what? Let's take the crowbar that I'm not using to cook the meat. Because why use my spear? So, there we go. Cooked meat. And that's all the turns I have. I'm very, very, very tired. Don't worry, I noticed. I'm not too worried about the water. I'm trying to get the meat now, and then I'll probably do the water later. So, we cooked some of the cooked meat, and I'm going to set another small fire for the next batch. Oh, there's the fire. I, couldn't find it in the mix. Okay. So all the meat's been cooked. I can just leave the crowbar here and come back. For the sake of not attracting enemies, I'm gonna destroy everything else except for the crowbar and, maybe use the crowbar to cook next time. Trying to lower the value here so it doesn't attract any enemies. There we go. Oh, and I can put the sticks here too. I don't know why I brought large sticks when I used paper, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Alright. Back to camp. Hide tracks, and hide. And hide tracks. And sleep. And fingers crossed that I wake up in the morning. And the current priority right now is boil more water and then search the North City for vehicle. Which I'm going to say there for character limit. So I've got a noisemaker and a sleeping bag. It's about as good as it's going to get for now. Sleep time. And hopefully all those little cuts and scratches that I was covered in will be cleared in the morning. Some of them did. Also reminds me to... So I'm not that hungry, but this food's going to go to waste if I don't eat it anyway. Thank you for tuning in to NEO Scavenger, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I am not, however, looking for feedback or tips. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow survivors.